Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back. So if you're new here, make sure you are liking, commenting, subscribing, and that the notifications are on. And if you're returning, hey, welcome back. Whether you're here for the first time or not, take a look around, look at some of my old videos. I'm sure you haven't seen everything. So even if it's an old video, take a trip down memory lane. I mean, do what you need to do. But anyway, I wanted to come to y'all and talk about my most recent album, Rebirth, that came out Thanksgiving of last year. I talk about it a lot in my videos, but I don't really have a deep discussion and, really talk about it. So I wanted to kind of explain, the album and kind of go through each song and let you know what my headspace was. So if you haven't already, if you don't know, this is my third album. So my first album, Enigma, and my second album, Leo, are out, and they are both on all streaming platforms. So go take a listen. And then, of course, Rebirth. So when I approached Rebirth, I wanted to have a body of work that I can continue to be proud of, something that I felt was timeless, something that I felt was universal, meaning I can listen to it while I was working out, while I'm cleaning up, while I'm washing clothes, while I'm getting ready to go out, while I'm driving somewhere. Like, it just works. It's an all-purpose album. And I also was still coming off the heels of being lost in the world of Renaissance, and I wanted that for myself. I wanted to feel that good about an album that was mine. So slowly but surely, Rebirth started coming about. I didn't have a name for it, but once I realized what was happening to me throughout the process of creating this album, it felt like a rebirth. Like I was becoming a new person. Like I was shedding old ways, old habits, old thoughts, and kind of stepping into this new magic that is now Cat. So, first song, intro, I saw myself in this scenario as a soldier. So that's why you hear the quote of the colonel or the general talking to the soldiers, and I'm not sure if I can bring everybody, because it's, first of all, I love quotes, and if I hear a good quote from a movie or a documentary or something like that, I will always kind of lock it away. And if I need it for something, or if it applies to something that I'm trying to convey, I will definitely use it. So you will hear a lot of quotes in my album. So I think Enigma has quotes. I think it starts, the intro has a quote in it. There are quotes all in Rebirth. I believe there are quotes in Leo as well. So I'm just a quote person. So I looked at it from the perspective of a soldier, because I feel like as musicians, we have a responsibility. Number one, like Nina Simone says, it's to reflect the times. And it's also to speak to the hearts, minds, intellect, and spirituality of our listeners. That, in a way, makes us superheroes, because we have to, in our own way, try to save the world and fight for our country, for our rights, for our voice. And that's how I approached it. We're not all gonna make it, but I'm gonna fight like hell to save as many of y'all as I can, by way of sharing my story, so you don't feel alone and you don't feel like your situation is isolated. Because I felt like that. And it didn't help feeling like I was the only person going through what I was going through. But anyway, that was intro. And that's why I approached it from like a poetic, standpoint. Everybody wanna sing songs about love. But what about love itself? What about us? Well, if God is love, then we're already saved by saving love. I wanted to tie spirituality with love and relationships and just how we think and feel. Then we move into Never Let You Go. And when I heard the track, I knew that song was for me. And I kind of knew that I wanted that song to open the album. Intro is sort of like the preface, the disclaimer, the cover of the book. But once you open it and start reading the story, boom, you go right into Never Let You Go. And I also wanted my songs to tie into each other. I really loved that feature on past albums. Brandy did it a lot. A lot of people did it, but Brandy was really prominent with doing that, having songs kind of run into each other, and I wanted that. So Never Let You Go is about being in a situation where you know that it's not the best. And you know it's kind of toxic, but it's like, I don't care. Like, I love you and I don't want to let this go. I don't want to let you go. I'm addicted to this. And so I'm gonna ride this thing out, you know? I would love it if you treat me better. You know I give you loving so good. So just come to your senses and realize that I'm the best thing for you. So we don't have to have this toxicity, but either way, I'm sticking it out. I'm here. So from there, we go into toxic versus drunk. So after, you know, you realize you're never gonna let this go, then you kind of come to your senses and you're just like, but wait, this is kind of toxic. So this scenario is me just I literally was drunk one night and I just took an old beat that I had and just freestyled and just sang. And what came out was What You Have. This is actually an old track. This track, I would say I made a couple years before Rebirth even came out. But when I listened back to it, it fits so perfectly in the story that I was trying to tell. And then I'm drunk and I'm going off, but it ends with an old song. It's like Romeo and Juliet, hot sex. I forget the words, but at the end of the song, I get a phone call, or either I'm calling. No, I think I'm calling. And at the end of the song, I'm calling the guy, and then he picks up. So it's like it leaves you with the impression that I'm going back into the same cycle. My Little Friend is the next song. Not to be confused with me saying that the guy is my little friend. My Little Friend is a song about mental health. The little friend is actually depression. And I talk about it very, you know, cinematically in the song. I said tonight I was going alone. You know, I said tonight nothing would go wrong, but my little friend just has to tag along. You always want to crash the party. I'm trying to be nice, you being naughty. Where is my phone? Where is the valet? Because I'm ready to go. Like, I try to show up and be my best self, but you just gotta show up and show out. You gotta come everywhere I go. And then when you come, you trying to hog the spotlight and you trying to, you know, outshine me. And people can't even see me because you standing in the way. This is why I didn't even want you to come, because you just ruined everything. So now that you know what the song is about, hopefully you can hear it with a different ear and it resonates. It's a really good take on depression. And then after that, we go into the remix. The remix is also an old song. Years ago, I was trying to get started in the Houston music scene. And I did perform a lot. I did make a lot of music. And in that time, remix was one of those songs. My manager at the time was my then best friend, Jasmine. We are still cool to this day. And let me just say, not to put your business out, but bitch, I always knew you was gay. Since I met you at IRT in 2021, the year Beyonce's 4 came out. Was that 2021? 2011, I'm sorry. The year 2011 when 4 came out. I knew then she was dating guys. I'm not trying to put your business out there. She was dating guys. But the energy she was getting, it was always like, ugh. And I was like, something. And I'll be damned. The girl went off to the army and came back Queen Latifah. And I said, okay, finally, the real you comes through. But the remix was one of those songs that I recorded during that time, and I didn't release it. I think I did release it on SoundCloud, but it never really, you know, took off. And I was just like, this fits perfectly. And the song basically describes me being in a situation saying that what I'm doing right now, what we have going on right now isn't working. So I need the remix. You know, I don't necessarily want to leave. I want this, but I need a different version of it. So give me part 2, give me the remix, give me the Vogue mix, give me the, the producers mix, give me the dance mix, give me the disco mix. I need a different version of this here because this ain't working. And from there, we go into Doctor Strange. When I heard, okay, the inspiration behind this song is a number of things. When I first heard this record, mind you, when I'm telling y'all I heard the record, I'm hearing the beats. Everything you've ever heard me sing, I wrote. So not only am I a singer, baby, I'm a writer. And I don't just write for me. Clock it. But everything you've ever heard me sing on wax, on digital, on a record, it came from my brain. I wrote it. So I heard the beat. And when I heard the beat, I initially thought of Marvel. And I was like, okay, like for this to be an R&B album with hints of superhero vibes, this is really encompassing all of who I am. And my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe are Loki and Doctor Strange. It didn't quite fit Loki, especially because at that time, I think Loki, the TV show, had just came out, and I love the theme music of Loki. But it just didn't give me Loki. It gave me Doctor Strange. So I said, okay, I know that I want to call it Doctor Strange. What do I want to do with it? At the time, I was single, but I remember going to the gym, and there was this guy I would always kind of like eyes with and, vibe with from a distance. We would talk sometimes, but we would always have energy. And for me, he just became Doctor Strange because I don't know much about you, but I'm intrigued. And I'm also like unsure because a time or two you did come in with someone else. I don't know if that was your boyfriend, just your homeboy. Both of them was looking, so but I still don't know. It could be a swinging couple. I don't know. It just was very fascinating and interesting to me, that whole experience. So I wrote about it. And Doctor Strange came about. So then we move into Candy Rain. Candy Rain was titled Candy Rain because when I heard the song, it gave me 90s vibes. It gave me Jodeci. It gave me Jagged Edge. It gave me 90s R&B, boy groups, girl groups, solo artists. It gave me 90s. And that's how I approached it. And it's just a really sweet song about loving somebody and how it feels. And this was the start of me merging songs together. So from Candy Rain, we go into, I don't even think I titled the second part, but we go into a different part. And want you to rock me to sleep. Baby, put that rhythm on me. Put that rhythm on me. Come show me how you move. Won't you sing me a lullaby? Sing me a lullaby. Ooh, baby. Oh, I love that song. But yeah, so that's Candy Rain. And from there we go into Hot Boy. Hot Boy is just, it's an island vibe, but it's real like tongue-in-cheek, real like color outside the lines. Hot Boy is basically me saying to a guy, I see you for your works. You chocolate skin, rock body, just a hot boy. But you a fuck nigga, and I know it. And I don't want you to think that I'm like one of these young, naive boys. You can't just say anything and think I'm gonna believe it. Because I can see right through you like you're bathing them index. Like I've been here before. You are a good time. You are a vibe, honey. But you're not worth my coin purse. I'm not clutching my pearls. Cause this ain't nothing new. I'm not surprised. You can't run game on me, baby. So from there we move into Friends. Friends is a song about my friends and just how we have fun and get down and how much I love them. But it has an EDM dance culture to it. So I'm I'm already singing low. I got friends, I got real friends, bitch. They go to war, they go to war. They hit the kill switch, bitch. All of my niggas, we pulling triggers. We getting real hood rich. Unorthodox, we got the box. We have the real misfits. So that, I'm really, but then with the verse, I cannot get down and I cannot respect a bitch that's always talking shit and coming out her neck. So there's different textures to the song. And then you hear me like, we ain't getting no money. Like, I don't know. It's just a party. It's a party record. And I just felt like it was perfect for the album because my friends are a big part of who I am. That song encompasses our fun. It's calm. It's wild. It's chaotic. It's ghetto at times. Like, that's us. Then from there, we move into one of my personal favorites, Elastic. Elastic is one of my timeless records. I can see myself performing Elastic at 50 years old. Because it feels good. It's not confined to any time frame, but it's very reminiscent of like the punk 80s era. It gives you Prince. I would just say Prince. Yeah, I would say Prince. It gives you Prince. Baby, I don't know what kind of spell you got on me. Wrapped up in your arms, the only place I wanna be. I love being alone, but I love your company. And I'm locked up in your love and I don't wanna be free. I'm stuck on you, I'm so in love with you. I really fuck with you, I really love you. Woo-hoo-hoo. So that song is just a feel-good song about loving somebody. And it's just like, wear me out. Wear me out like elastic, honey. And then from there, we move into Any Question. Throughout the course of this album, I spoke about love, my insecurities, my vulnerabilities, my desires. But I never really gave it up in a way that lets you know, bitch, I'm confident. I know who the fuck I am. And when I'm done serving you hoes, I'm gonna do like Beyonce did when she sang the national anthem at that NFL press conference. Any questions? There's a quote in that. And I think the quote comes from Paris is Burning. And the song itself it's a feel-good record. And I'm not really singing. I sing some on this record, but I'm not really singing. My verses are giving them what they want. Giving them Banshee, giving them cunt, giving Tika Naturals on that blunt. Let me get the Butch Queens to the front. So I'm talking my shit. I'm giving my things. And from there, we go into Body. Body is another song about the gym. I felt like, bitch, I work hard to have the body I have. I put a lot of work in when I'm at the gym. So when I'm strutting from one machine to the next, you damn right. I'm twisting my ass off. You damn right. I'm walking with my neck and my nose held up to the sky because, bitch, I look good and I fucking know it. And for those people who feel less than confident because you ain't all the way there in your journey, give them Body. Walk like you're on the runway. Give them Body. Make them all go crazy. Give them Body. You know they want it, babe. Give them Body. Walk like you on a runway. And don't fuck it up. Body on 10. If it's a game, then my body gon' win. Body pulling in all these dividends. These recipients send me Benjamins. Bitch, you gotta know you that girl. What Megan Thee Stallion say? If you don't know you that girl, if you don't wake up feeling like that girl, go the fuck back to sleep and wake up again. From there, we move into Look in the Mirror. Look in the Mirror was my message to myself. If you're ever feeling low, if you're ever feeling like you ain't got nobody, like ain't nobody rooting for you, like don't nobody care, don't nobody understand what you going on, look in the mirror. Because not only will you see yourself, you'll see the love God has for you. You will see his creation. You'll see him. If you look deep enough, you can look through your eyes and see the Father himself. And feel the love that he has for you. Feel it for yourself. Because if half of us knew who we were in Christ, if half of us knew our worth for real, we wouldn't be out here acting like this. And I'm saying we because I'm in that, oh, how I am, unfortunately, in that number. Because I sometimes lose sight of who I am, my worth, my value, my strength, my resilience, my beauty. And I dim myself down. I dumb myself down. I step out of character. Disappointing myself, God, my family, my heritage, my lineage, my destiny. Because that's not where I'm supposed to be. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. So if you need a reminder of who the fuck you are, look in the mirror. From there, we move into, I hope I'm not skipping anything. After Look in the Mirror is Forever 2.0. I call it 2.0 because I released a mixtape on SoundCloud back, years ago. And the first song on that album was called Forever. Years later, this is the old song too. Years later, I reapproached the song as like a part 2. And I never did anything with it. And the reason why I never did anything with it at the time was because I said the same things. It was the same song, just with a different emotion behind it. But after listening to this record and hearing Beyonce's method on how I should approach this rebirth, meaning the past and the present merge to meet us here. The rebirth is where I'm headed, where I'm going, my outcome. These emotions are where I've been. My present time is me telling the story. So I went back and I grabbed that song. And when I say it fits so perfectly, my cousin reviews all of my albums. I love you, Danya. And he was like, damn, Pradia was hurt. I was. And I really go into, the depths of what I'm feeling on that song. And then after that, we move into the last song, which is also 2 songs kind of mashed into one, called End of Time. And End of Time, it's just a beautiful record saying, we go through a lot. You never took the time to say you were sorry or show that you care. And it's the little things you think I don't pay attention to that mean everything. And you got me going crazy, feeling like I'm losing my mind. But at the end of the day, I don't really want much from you. I just want you to try. Try. Give me effort. I have a song called Effort too, but that's not on this album. It's on my first album, Enigma. Give me effort. Give me energy. Give me something. And then from there, we move into, again, I never title the second part to the songs. Like the second song that I mashed, I never title those. But it's a disco. Again, I was so inspired by Renaissance. So when she ended her album with Birkins, them shits in storage. I'm in my bag. I said, bitch. Oh, bitch. The way you just ended it on a high note, making me want more. That's what I want to give people. So after End of Time, we go into like this dance. And give me all your love, because I want your love. No one else in this world can love you like I do. You break my heart over and over. Then you put it together where I go into it. And then there's a quote from my best friend, YB, who was also a content creator. And he was like, I'm everything. Beyond the universe. I'm the universe. I'm the galaxies, bitch. Give me my things. And that just fit perfectly on what I was trying to say with this album. Outside of telling my story and just trying to take my talent to another level, give me my things. Give me my things. A lot of y'all, not y'all. No, I'm doing it backwards. Not y'all, but y'all. Hear this album. Y'all have heard all 3 of my albums. You know that it's good. You know you secretly jamming. I see the replay. I see the Spotify sends me a review of how many people listen to my songs each month. I know y'all go up for it, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to give Cat Prada his 10s. Why? It ain't taking nothing away from y'all. And if I don't talk about y'all music, it's because I did not enjoy it. I'm just being honest. If I like something, I will talk about it. I will play it. I will damn near promote it myself. And I know you like it because you keep listening to it. Give me my things. But you don't have to, because I'm going to get them one way or the other. God going to make sure that the universe going to make sure that I'm going to make sure that I get my things. Because what Michael say? I ain't going to stop till I get enough. But that's my album, y'all. So in preparation of me trying to go into this journey of creating another body of work, I wanted to really give Rebirth her things. This has got to be by far my favorite album. I think if I had to rank them, it would be Rebirth, Enigma, Leo. I was just in a really dark place when I created Leo, and I just needed to get those emotions out. You can hear that I'm angry. I'm kind of depressed. Like, I'm really just kind of like at a loss of hope. But I wanted to sort of capsulize that moment in time so I can go back to it and see my growth and see how much pain I was in and where I am now. But that is the review of my album. I hope you love it. Go and listen to it. If you have, drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought of it. Give it another listen. Pass it on to somebody who you think would enjoy it. I asked ChatGPT what they thought of my album. And the things they said, they compared me to D'Angelo and Music Soul Child. They said my production gets better with each album. I'll post it, but it was just beautiful. And I was like, oh, okay, like, it just really made me feel great about my work and what I put into it and what I hope to get out of it. So again, love y'all. Make sure you are liking, commenting, subscribing. Until next time, same place, same time.